On this episode of the Third Gallon Podcast,
it's a mental breakdown.
a monster is on the loose.
This is my bad fellas, this is a giant chicken, poultry.
Can our brave adventurers defend themselves against it?
I ain't a big fan of you big chicken. And he is going to use one of his man-at-arm abilities.
Can you use Y-hand?
Are you calling him a big cock?
It's about to get dangerous.
Holy crap!
Jesus Christ.
Dude, what the?
Now.
The Holy Book says, Ike said, now yelling loudly, that the serpent, the foul dragon with 7 heads and 10 horns, will come forth from the abyss, and on his back will sit a woman in purple and scarlet, and a golden goblet will be in her hand, and on her forehead will be written the sign of all in ultimate whoredom. I know her, Dandelion said, delighted. It's Celia, the wife of the alderman of Summerhalder. An excerpt from The Sword of Destiny by Andrei Sapkowski. Welcome to episode 10. The funny thing about this episode is this is the second time we've tried to record this episode.
10 part 2.
We have the banter for it, but
The lost banter.
The lost banter of episode 10.
we all mutually decided that it was way too late to continue recording.
Way too late.
I don't know if that's...
No, that's not why we didn't record.
That's not why we didn't record. We had
Wasn't it
every
food?
intention of recording.
Wasn't that when the smoke detector went off?
Yep.
And we all had like mild smoke inhalation just about and headaches
Yep.
and lightheadedness
That's the one.
from the oven.
Hey, at least it was tasty smoke.
It was tasty.
The food
smoke.
was good.
Long story short, I like to cook. And I think I've mentioned this around the holidays to make like roast turkey, or I've made roast goose. I've also made roast chicken, and I've never made a roast bird for Jacob and Kat here. I had gotten a little 5-pound chicken. I was going to roast it whole, and we're going to have it with like potatoes and stuff. It was going to be great. Done it before, prepared it, everything, put it in the oven, smelled fantastic, and we're like,
it was great.
yeah, we had it going. I was like, well, this is going to take an hour and a half or more to cook. So we could just totally have this be cooking while we're doing the recording and then pop it out. But then we put it in and started smelling great. It was making a little bit of noise, and then it calmed down. And then we were just full into doing banter. And
We practically finished banter.
we've practically finished it. We were so focused in. And then we realized when we were wrapping up for it, that it was like really smoky.
Smonky.
Like we were so focused on it, we kind of overlooked it, and the smoke detector started going off, and that kicked off another like hour of trying to finish the chicken while keeping the smoke detector at bay. The chicken turned out great.
No, it was
Oh, it was
fantastic.
delicious.
It was wonderful, but
The
we
headaches, not so much.
we had to all like sit outside on the balcony while the windows were open and the fans are running because we almost died of smoke inhalation.
And it's one of those things you don't. It's like you drop yourself. You drop the frog in the boiling water, and the frog jumps out. But you slowly heat. That was us. We were slowly heating up in this smoke, and we just didn't notice it until it got bad.
Tasty death.
Yeah. So that's just, the dangers, the hazards we risk for you, audience. We go through all this
Because we care.
Yeah.
for you.
We
But
almost
yeah,
died for you, guy in Canada.
that was
Oh
our
my God.
that was our last attempt trying to record episode 10, and it was like the evening. And by the time we ate and the smoke went away, there was no energy to try to resume that
We were
episode.
done.
So there'll forever be the lost banter of episode 10.
I don't even remember what we talked about.
I do.
I think I do, yeah. But it's not important.
No, it's a secret.
What I want to ask you guys is, talking about,
Our first Patreon goal.
the Lost Banter episode 10.
I thought our first Patreon goal was Jacob's butt mic.
Fart mic,
Please.
butt mic sounds so bad.
As if we're ever going to open a Patreon. But yeah, since I'm talking about you cooking the chicken and everything, is anyone else here? I know I really like to cook. I've been having to get into it more recently for dietary reasons. But is anyone else here into cooking?
I like it. I do more of my cooking during my work off season, but I do thoroughly enjoy cooking.
Right.
No offense to my family and all, but I grew up with a whole lot of, like, you make spaghetti and you have a pre-made sauce and stuff like that. And I get it, ease, things like that. But I've started getting past some of that and really enjoying it.
Yeah. When did you start learning to cook?
Not until I moved out.
Oh, really? Wow.
I kind of didn't like to cook in the same kitchen as my mom. We had one of those, the aisle kitchens, the really tight aisle kitchens. It made it like physically miserable to be in the same space at the same time. And I was always worried I'd mess up ingredients and waste their money. But I didn't have my own money and no one would have let me buy my own ingredients. So when it was my kitchen and it was my money and my ingredients, if I messed them up, I didn't feel guilty.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel that. My parents' kitchen was pretty tight and I have the same kind of gripes. So I guess I'll go for context for me. I have kind of always dabbled in cooking, and I took a cooking class when I was in high school and loved it. And I did not like a lot of regular cooking, but it was always a fun thing for me to experiment with. We did a lot of grilling when I was growing up, so I love to grill. I sorely miss it because I haven't had easy access to a grill ever since I've moved out. But nowadays, I have to watch my salt intake for blood pressure reasons. And it turns out that everything has salt in it.
Yep.
And so the only real way for me to eat anything reasonably good is to just scratch make like 90% of what I eat and replace the salt with stuff like potassium chloride or just rework a recipe to not need as much salt. So I've always kind of liked cooking, but now I've had to do it like intensely, regularly, and all the time. But I used to not like it, or I used to kind of avoid it as an adult because of all the time it consumed. I wanted to just eat. I didn't want to have to, cut out an hour or two to cooking and doing dishes. But now what I do is obviously try to prepare stuff for stuff like lunches, but like for dinners, I try to save my podcasts and audiobooks for that time. And so like, I don't listen to it during work. That's my dedicated time to just listen to stuff. And I've really started to enjoy it a lot more.
That's a good way to make it. I cooked a lot when I was in high school. Now, I never cooked anything complicated. My family had a lot of spaghetti and tacos.
Right.
That's all he ever asked me to make.
I also knew how to do like rice and chicken, but like in a casserole dish. So it was rice and chicken.
Good food goes to die.
No, but it wasn't a casserole like other casseroles. It was literally just rice and chicken. So you'd have some regular rice, some chicken flavored rice, and it was real good. I could actually really go for that again.
It sounds so miserable.
But I never fried anything.
Right.
I never like pan seared, or I could make breakfast. I could make tacos. I could make spaghetti and a few other things. I would make that regularly.
You make really good chicken parm.
And when I moved out of my family's house, I expanded my stuff. So I made chicken parmesan.
Oh,
I pan sear steak.
He does a really good job of pan seared steak.
I can cook a lot of stuff. Here's my two things. I need a recipe.
right.
I don't memorize cooking. I am very stringent and strict when it comes to a recipe. I don't deviate unless something happens and I have to. And I'm still in that area where the effort of cooking has to be worth it. And more often than not, it's just not.
Yeah.
He's not picky about food.
A lot of effort to cook something that tastes good, but there's a lot of stuff out there that does not as much effort and still tastes good.
Yeah, I feel
and
that.
I just don't, like you, I don't want to spend an hour making food when I could spend 30 minutes making food.
Yeah.
Yeah, really, the only thing that changed for me is now I don't really have a choice.
Yeah, because your diet stuff. I have yet to get there. But hey, who knows? That might just be one doctor's visit away.
No, I like to cook. Like I said, I work a very busy job. So I have to, time things carefully and all. But I do enjoy, I've always loved to bake. If it weren't for my chronic wrist pain, I'd probably happily decorate cakes like all the time.
Right.
I love that stuff. But my most proud, like the one I'm the most proud of that I made is one time Jacob wanted to have strawberry pie.
Ooh.
And I made a fully from scratch, handmade crust, cut the strawberries, juice the whole thing. Mm-hmm. Only thing I didn't make homemade to go with it was the ice cream, but we didn't have an ice cream maker at the time.
We don't have an
and we still don't. But I made a fully scratch homemade strawberry pie, and it actually turned out really pretty.
It was really good.
So that's my most proud dessert. But now that my wrist pain is acting up again, I've started using Jiffy Mix for pie crust, which is still really tasty.
Right.
And you still do the rolling. You just don't have to cut butter, which is what hurts me.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, my strawberry pie. The next one I want to make is an apple pie.
Oh, man.
Maybe if I make an apple pie, I'll bring it for everyone for here.
Yeah.
I can make sure I don't put lots of salt in it.
Yeah. Or you could use salt substitute or something like that. Now,
Lend me a little bit.
Drow, I know you, when I first met you, did a whole bunch of cooking.
Yeah.
Is cooking something you really like to do still?
No.
Flat no.
So you happy that I've been taking it over then? Attempting to?
This silence needs to stay in. You're being looked at.
I didn't make food.
So taking over is a hell of a statement. We are starting to split it.
I am the chef now.
That's uncalled for.
Well, if I want to eat something that's not tacos, spaghetti, steak, or chicken parm, I have to make it.
I also make roast.
So I like cooking because I get to eat. I don't like the act of it. There's no love of cooking that I have
Really?
beyond making food that I like
Mood.
and having control over what I eat. I think one of the best things that I've ever made were pavlovas. I made meringue cookies.
Oh.
And
What's a pavlov?
it's
What's pavlov?
it's egg whites with sugar and cream of tartar whipped into fluffy peaks, baked for a long time at a very low temperature, so they're crispy on the outside and kind of marshmallowy on the inside.
Oh, okay.
They're cookies. And I did not have a hand mixer at that point in time, so I made egg whites come to stiff peaks with a whisk.
God bless you.
And
I can imagine the pain I would be in for that.
Delicious. They were great. So much so that I made 12. And you were coming over the next day. And I was like, there'll be enough. So I had 2. I come down the next morning. They are gone.
Who ate them?
I received apologies from both of the other people in my house.
Oh my. They must have been delicious then.
Oh, man.
We recently got a thing that my parents gifted us for Christmas, and we have yet to put together because I'm lazy.
Oh yeah.
It's a-
No, we're not being lazy. We're waiting for us to have a time when we can bring them over and treat them to supper with the excuse they're going to set up the blacktop for us.
It's a flat top Blackstone grill, but it's not a grill. It's like a big old skittle.
Skittle.
Grill it.
It's a
Skillet.
It's a Skittle.
Taste the rainbow.
Yes, but like it's sort of great for breakfast, for steaks and all that. I
man.
cannot wait to do that. And my thing is the reason, because we even have a grill, but we don't use it very often. And the same thing I'm gonna have to get over with this thing as well. Gas terrifies me.
Oh, yeah.
Whether it's in a house or in a propane tank attached to a grill, I'm not going to lie. I'm paranoid about it. Absolutely terrifies me. So like, I won't have to get over it to use this thing, but I'm going to use this thing. My dream grill would just be one of those electric ones.
Really?
That
like
I
my
could
dad's
just
smoker.
like I just put next to the house and just plug it in through a door or something, or plug it into the outside outlet to use and then unplug it.
What about like a wood-fired grill?
Sure. Yeah. Gas explodes.
Gas explodes. Gas bad.
Gas bad. I have enough gas to last Many people. I don't need more.
Do you ever? Oh man. See, talking about cooking takes me back so much because Jacob, you were talking about cooking in high school. When I was in high school, you said chicken parm. And this is jumping back a little bit. I used to try to perfect the poor man's fettuccine Alfredo because I loved fettuccine Alfredo.
Oh, I make a good fettuccine Alfredo, I think.
I don't know, looking back, how good it ever was because we're talking about high school me's reasoning. So probably not great, but I remember being really happy with it.
I got a high school me one. I have never really been a fan of beef. As a child, I wouldn't eat a hamburger. I had to work my way up. I struggle with ground beef. And I had never had tacos, and I was a high schooler. And my teen living class, where we did a sewing unit, we did like a clothing unit, we did a cooking unit.
Never had tacos?
No, I had never had tacos if they weren't chicken tacos.
Poor soul.
I didn't like ground beef. So I was working on it, and then my teen living teacher says, "We're going to make tacos." No, you're going to like them, Kat. I had to focus.
Cat.
You're going to like them, Kat. You're going to love them. You're making them yourself. You'll know everything that goes in it. And we made tacos, and I was like, where have these been my whole life?
You're absolutely right.
Beef
Tacos are delicious.
Needs to have taco seasoning.
Yes. You would make beef tacos without seasoning?
No, but I mean, like beef in general. Beef doesn't belong in spaghetti. Ground beef doesn't belong in spaghetti. It does not, for the love of God and all things holy, belong in boxed mac and cheese.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Okay, I'm a breathe. That makes me angry. Lots of memories of my family ruining mac and cheese with meat because.
But it does belong in
But
spaghetti.
I made my first tacos and learned to love them in high school.
Oh.
You can do ground beef and spaghetti. You just got to do it right.
I had to work on
Yes,
chili.
you
I
cook the
forced
beef
myself
and
to
you
like
put it in
chili,
the spaghetti sauce.
but I still don't like ground beef and spaghetti.
So, real quick, because I could talk about food for
All day.
several episodes worth of recording. Just real quick, what meal is like, not maybe a specific meal, but like, or a time of day meal is your favorite to cook? Because for me, it's breakfast. If I have the time to spend like an hour making like breakfast, like eggs, bacon, and toast, maybe it doesn't take a whole hour, but like, or avocado toast or something with eggs and bacon. Oh, it's beautiful. I get to turn on like my podcast or something in the morning and make something that's going to be tasty, make my coffee. Like, that is a beautiful ritual. I don't get to do it every morning because I'm usually kind of rushed. But like, do you guys have like either like a time of day meal or a specific like food meal that is just like, it's a good vibe ritual for you?
I don't do breakfast because eating too early in the morning hurts my tummy. As much as I like breakfast. Lunch, you just don't make special meals for unless it's a special occasion.
Because you have to work.
So for me, it's supper. Just, decide to make supper, get a steak in the pan, make some baked potatoes or mashed potatoes.
So like steak and potatoes is like your ritual.
Steak,
like,
potatoes, and like peas or broccoli or something like that. Nothing fancy.
What about you, Kat? Is there something that like just a good ritual for you?
I do like breakfast. Long story short, in a bad point in my sister's life, we did a breakfast date because I was like, the Parks and Rec quote, there's no heartache that breakfast can't solve. And so now when I need like a pick-me-up, I'll do like a big breakfast meal. Mm-hmm. And we did that as a kid for me. We would make Belgian waffles with strawberries and whipped cream, and we'd go pick the strawberries ourselves in the summer. And so and now I like to make homemade whipped cream, because it was Cool Whip then, making this even better.
Oh yeah.
But no, I have to say breakfast. I don't like to physically make the breakfast except for the waffles. I'll ask Jacob to do everything else. But breakfast. But I don't want to eat breakfast at breakfast. I want to eat it for lunch or supper.
That's a good point. Dry, what about you? Is there a meal or time of day that like it's a good vibe ritual for you? I know you don't really like to cook a lot, but
up until you forced me to ruin my recipe, I really liked making beef stew.
What did you do to the recipe?
I used low sodium beef broth and salt replacer.
Less salt.
Oh, your beef stew is so good.
Beef stew needs salt.
It does. It just does.
Honestly, you're completely right. I think beef stew is just going to have to be one of those like meals that I have on a weekend
I think
where it's
that
just
I could replace like half of it
right.
with low sodium or no sodium beef broth, but it needs some.
Yeah.
You make good beef stew.
Oh, it's so good. You're right. It's going to have to be one of those things like curry where you just got to be like, this is a cheat day and enjoy it.
Your chicken noodle soup is good too.
Oh, that's a sick Derek food.
Yeah.
But it's good.
It's so good.
Whenever you got sick, like back in early 2020, you asked me to make you chicken noodle soup. I was like, yeah, sure. We didn't have noodles. So I got the flour, I got the eggs. I started making noodles. And I had to hand cut them. I used a wine bottle because we did not have a rolling pin. And I boiled them and I ate them. They tasted great. You took one bite of that and you were like, why are these like this?
Oh, no. And you're still alive, Derek?
I'm sorry. I was actually delirious
You only
that
get
day.
the excuse for being delirious.
Yeah.
Why is days like this?
For context, I was so down and out. This is the first time I've ever been sick to the point where I was like, is this what it's like to die? I don't remember the moment exactly. I remember getting soup and there being a moment about it.
I told you to shut up and eat it.
Jacob, do you remember when we both had COVID the first time around and I was like dead on my feet and Mom made chicken noodle soup for us?
Yeah, that was good.
And your mom made the chicken Olive Garden soup with the gnocchi?
Minestrone?
No, not
gnocchi.
minestrone.
Oh, yeah.
That was good too.
Minestrone.
Minestrone.
I like to make minestrone. That's my other dish. I make a copycat Olive Garden minestrone. That is so good. With sweet potato.
One last note before I end this runaway banter.
Food.
My grandma also has a chicken soup. It's probably not the greatest in the world, but we swear up and down on that side of the family that it's miraculous for its curing power. Because I have not known a soul that has not been given a gallon of that soup when they're sick that doesn't recover post haste.
Mysterious old Southern magic.
It is miraculous.
But like they actually say, like scientifically speaking, chicken noodle soup is good for helping you recover
it's
from
not
illness.
even chicken noodle
Old
soup. It's just chicken soup.
Southern.
Wait, please don't
magic.
tell me that it's just like a cream with chicken in it.
It's not. I don't know how to describe it. It's great.
Okay, because like
it's great when you're sick.
my sister tells horror stories of her in-laws and the soup that doesn't have anything in it but some very thinned out cream and little bits of chicken.
No. This thing is lots of chicken. It's delicious.
Cat sisters in laws. You guys suck for multiple reasons.
You guys
Soup
suck.
being
Wow.
the least of them.
No, you can't do this. Stop.
Cut the mic.
Cut the mic.
I regret my words.
Oh man. Well, to wrap up this 45-minute diatribe on food and cooking.
For reals?
No. But boy, I don't know if the listeners enjoy it or not, but we could almost start a short-lived food
podcast.
You got to remember, it's not about whether the listeners enjoy it.
It's
because
about
they're going to
us.
listen to it whether they like it or not.
That's right.
Join us.
Well, now that you're all hungry, go grab a snack. Maybe you're doing dishes while you're making supper.
I'm hungry
And
now.
we've changed your plans. Why don't we get into today's session? Long ago, the worlds collided in a cataclysm known as the conjunction of the spheres. Chaos filled the world as vampires, ghouls, trolls, humans, and other monsters poured into the world.
Bamboo, bamboo, bamboo.
The Witchers, mutated by magic and alchemy, were created by human mages to stem the tide. Hundreds of years later, monsters are rare, but evil remains.
Watermelon.
As war ravages the northern kingdoms, dangerous monsters lurk without and within in the world of The Witcher.
I hear the echo and it hit me. All I thought was dental plan.
What? Oh man, from the pie.
From the pie video. It's an
Oh,
echo
man, that's
because it's
old.
also based off of an old Simpsons joke. I foresee fighting chocobos.
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 Chocobo.
Chocobos.
Chocobo.
Chocobos.
Choco. Golden wind.
Sometimes I feel really left out for not having
I
watched
have
this.
Okay, you
tried
did this to
get you to
yourself.
watch at least the first episode of JoJo, and you refuse.
The cringe.
No one to blame but yourself.
Okay,
It's just
you
part of
watched
the journey.
Fruits Basket.
Yeah,
And
I mean that's fair.
Don't know what that means.
It's just fair.
it was cute.
And
JoJo's hilarious.
JoJo is hilarious, homoerotic, and weird.
JoJo is dumb and funny.
It's not supposed to be taken seriously. The mangaka was on drugs for most of it.
It did come out in the 80s, so yeah, you're right.
Golden wind.
That's right whenever the stands came into play too. So stand up, Sakai.
When we last left, our brave group of stand users,
We shopped.
you did some shopping, we did some downtime,
Learning.
just a little bit of an odd episode, a lot of
Money making.
odds and ends, and you were working your way towards Kaidwin. You heard rumors
Also, don't forget to reset your stamina.
of magical mishappenings in the Alderwood. One of the people at the party hosted by the High Mountain Society of Sorceresses. You also heard that it might be connected to this Alder Wand, but you didn't really get any details on that. You had joined up with the illustrious 5 Under 4 company as
Love them.
The real heroes.
they needed protection on their way to Kaidwin, as the leader was going to see family there, and you wanted, transport. So you joined up with them. Your friend Durgamir pieced out after a encounter with a group of Scoia'tael. You are now crossing the Kestra Mountains into Kaidwin. You do actually have a little bit of your journey left, so it technically isn't at the very, very end. And you came across this wrecked cart with old remains of someone in it. And as you were investigating, you found some money on it and you decided to keep on the trail. And you have been beset by a dire chicken, as Nug has
A dire chicken.
Beset.
so
A
accurately
dire
judged.
chocobo.
A dire
chicken.
chocobo.
A chocobo
Actually, a
is
cockatrice,
dire
right?
chicken. Yes.
Yeah, well, I don't know if... Have you identified it as such?
I mean, you told us it was.
That's
Yeah.
right, okay.
We as the players know. Maybe not we as the
I
characters.
kind of like to think that a cockatrice is one of the more well-known monsters. Anyway,
It might be.
I have no way of knowing. I'm
In
just
fact,
assuming.
actually, you're right. So before we do the formalities, does anyone want to roll common or superstition on Cockatrice?
what would that be?
So whenever you're making a knowledge roll on monsters, there is a monster lore DC, and there is often a common or superstition, which is education.
Oh, I can roll education. I got that.
I would rather. They're both bad.
Submit. I fumbled. So
I would rather-
don't ask me.
Fumbled.
I would rather
I
roll
fumbled.
28.
By 2.
monster lore because then I can make up my own nonsense.
Oh my god.
I thought my fumble was
Fumbled
bad.
by 17.
Oh my
Nug's
goodness.
monster hunter lore is a -12, which was a fumble by 17.
Nug
okay.
falls on his head and
So I
damages his
think,
brain.
to be fair, I think
It's a dire
last,
chicken.
Well, last
Yes.
week you had already rolled some monster lore.
Oh.
I was specifically calling out education.
Oh. That would be the same as his education if you wanted to do that as
It's
well.
the same thing as mine as well. For
Okay.
my
because his
lore.
monster role and monster lore and education are the same.
Okay, so it's the same thing for you, Drow? Okay.
Yeah.
So
Or it's a dire chicken, all right?
I don't remember because it's been a hot minute since we sat down to record the Lost Banter of episode 10. But
We never got to the game with that one, though.
Yeah, but I don't remember if I gave you information about it.
I don't believe you did.
No,
What
because that
else?
was the cliffhanger. It attacked us and you ended it.
Okay, what I will say is the common or superstition about this cockatrice is every farmer knows if you let your roosters get a bit too fond of each other, you get a cockatrice.
What?
The rooster will lay down a green speckled egg, and then in a cover of night, he'll take the egg off to a toad who'll sit on the egg for 44 days till the egg hatches. Turns out to be a pretty shite deal for the toad, because the cockatrice eats it first thing. Heh, parenthood in action.
Once it's been born, the cockatrice hates everything. Hates everything they see so fiercely they can turn critters to stone just by looking at them.
I love and hate this.
If you find yourself fighting a cockatrice, first you gotta get it to the ground. They like to fly around and swoop down with their claws and beak. Then when it tries to turn you to stone, you gotta hold up a mirror and reflect it. Commoner superstition provided by one Rodolph Kazmar, who is all throughout the books in this game.
I was worried that this was a turn to stone kind of creature, but then I was like, no, wait, that's basilisk.
Oh, the cockatrice is also
Same.
that, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't you remember in My Little Pony?
There were so many My Little Pony episodes.
Fluttershy staring down the cockatrice, giving it the evil eye while she
And
was turning to stone.
She was turning to stone, but then she didn't.
Nug, with your most recent roll,
Dire chicken.
this is absolutely a giant, chicken. It is not a dire chicken.
This is my bad fellas. This is a giant chicken, poultry.
Where's the 11 spices?
Where's the herbe de Provence?
That's why it's gotten so big. It's not been cursed by spices to keep it in control. If only our mage
This
friends.
is the gay agenda.
Frickin' rooster's gay.
Turn to freaking cocks.
You would-
Oh my goodness.
You would know that, in fact, the giant chicken forms when a giant, giant has his penis fall off. It's a giant cock.
I hate you all.
Lawyer, I ain't gonna say how this one's made. It's not decent.
Oh dear.
Yucks aside, let's get into the real business.
Talk
and
about yuck. This thing looks ugly.
roll for initiative.
Oh, what we're gonna die.
You guys are gonna die.
Viv's gonna bamf out of here.
I rolled. Ooh, that's not a bad roll for Nugget.
I rolled kind of crappy, but that's okay. Maybe I'll save my good rolls for the combat.
All right, so tell me your initiatives real quick.
I got 11.
16 for the Nug.
17.
Ineth is not known for being fast. Let me just scooch on by there and let you go first, eh?
Scooch on by so you can run past me and go first.
I just googled cockatrice and let's just say it's interesting.
It's a mental breakdown.
It's a flying chicken.
Sometimes you just hear an intro happen in front of you.
Hey, is there a stat block for dragons in any of the Witcher books so far?
Yeah.
Really cool.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised. I was just wondering.
In fact, the book I'm using right now to pull the cockatrice from is The Witcher's Journal, which is a supplement for this game.
Hey.
And cockatrices are classified under draconoids.
Really?
But Nug wouldn't know that because
No,
they're giants.
I couldn't.
Apparently the person who runs Artel Sorian's
Twitter.
social media accounts really likes the Witcher's Journal.
Yeah, I posted a picture of my Witcher books, like the novels. And I said, I was like, hey, what's your favorite piece of Witcher media? This is mine because I love the books. And had people interact. And our Talsorian, the people who make this game, replied with a picture of a Witcher's Journal.
Oh, you mean Pondsmith, and Pondsmith?
Yeah, Pondsmith Legals.
Pondsmith and Pondsmith.
Pondsmith and Pondsmith.
Pondsmith.
They came to let us know exactly what they thought.
Sounds like a gosh, no.
All right, so
Oh no.
Cease and desist for Gary's World. We're gonna die.
I'm really regretting not coating your sword in silver.
I'm not. I don't even know how much Nug will be able to use his sword here. Unless we can get this thing to land, maybe hurt its wing.
let's get ready to rumble.
Bark!
In this corner, we have
Nug.
Nug. In this corner, we have
Another Nug.
another Nug.
It's Nug versus Nug versus Nug.
Okay, so first in the order, we're not going to use
Christ.
a map for this. This is going to have to be theater of the mind. Let's say the cockatrice is in the air. First in the order is going to be Viverwin. What would you like to do?
How high up is it?
That's a great question. Why? I totally anticipated this.
I don't believe you.
Let's say, since this is a game using meters,
How high up catches a DM off guard almost as often as what is their name?
yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. So this is going to be about, let's call it 10 meters in the air.
Oh, Nug could jump that.
Okay.
10
So-
meters?
I have a question. Do I think that this thing could fly if I used downpour on it to get it wet?
Ooh.
Clever.
Because birds usually cannot fly whenever they are wet. I'm going to assume that this is not a cockatrice, duck.
Quack.
Sayer.
It would probably be able to fly. You made your education check and technically a monster lore with that roll. So what I'll give you is, you know that they can be knocked out of the air if you do enough damage to them in one go.
All right, then cool. I'm going to try and hit it with some fire. See if I can't burn up all of its feathers.
Are you going to try to hit it with fire? Go ahead and make me a spellcasting roll.
16.
16. Okay, so I'm going to have to roll to dodge while I'm in the air.
Oh, that was one away from a fumble.
Yikes. So that's a low roll for you.
Yeah.
Oof,
That was a 2.
Okay.
For a total of 16.
And I do think that I'm going to spend the stamina to
Cast again.
cast
All right.
again.
There you go. I found my dodge. Ooh, I made a really good dodge roll against you. That's going to be 24 total to dodge. So I missed. The first one misses.
Okay.
So spend the stamina, cast again.
All right. 17.
17.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's okay. Oh, but I rolled a 1. But did you have the -3 on the second one for the extra action?
No.
Don't you take a -3 on all your extra actions?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's going to be a total of 14. Let's see how much I fumble by.
Ooh.
I fumble by 8. So that's going to be a total of 7. Yes. So just see, you beat me by, you rolled a 14 adjusted. So that's going to be beat my defense by 7, which is a simple critical.
Simple critical. Do not forget you get 3 bonus damage and a 2d6 for what type of critical?
Yes.
Wait. No, this is where things change because it has wings instead.
You're right. Yes.
So this is 46 plus 3?
4d6 plus 3, yeah. Well, is 4d6 your base damage?
Yes.
Yeah, do that first because we have to get through resistances, and then the
But it's magic.
I know, but like armor and stuff, and then the
14.
roll 14 damage. Mm-hmm. Okay, so if I'm remembering right, the way this works is that 14.
You are on fire.
Oh, thank you. I needed that. So 14 damage is going to go up against its armor, which is 8. So that's going to be reduced down to 6. But then you add the 3 back in from the critical. So that's 9 points of damage. And it is magical. So it
Not
gets
reduced.
Not reduced by silver.
Do you need to see where I hit it?
We're working on that right now.
All right.
Like I said. So
Very
here's
articulate, thank
monster damage locations like this type of creature are head, torso, right limb, left limb, tail, or wing.
Okay, that makes sense.
I believe you still roll on the same critical table. It's just there's like, from what instead of a sprained arm or leg,
It'd be a wing.
you might get a sprained wing. So so here's what I'm going to say. Roll a d10 to see what location you hit,
Okay.
and then we'll go from there to see which critical you get.
Are you rolling it or do you want me to roll it? 3?
That is a hit to the torso. So roll like evens for cracked rib, obs for foreign object.
Okay.
Odds.
Obs for the pull.
And
2.
So evens for cracked ribs. So cracked ribs. The blow cracks your ribs, making it painful to breathe and exert strength. You take a -2 to body. Does not affect health points. But maybe it'll affect its ability to hit us or whatnot.
Fireball so forceful it cracks a rib.
-2 to body. Maybe we'll do some more research and find out if there's a different way of doing it for this, but I think for now that sounds good.
Cool. All right. So, but that is going to be a total of 9 points of damage that gets through. That's awesome. So that's your second action. I think you can move still. You're on the cart right now. What do you want to do?
Okay, so I am right at my vigor limit,
Okay.
which means if I'd gone any further, I would have hurt myself.
Hey, let me go ahead before we get too far into this combat and give you some juicy art of this giant cock.
I hate you.
That sound, Jacob. What the fuck
Take a look at
was
that.
Ooh, much more draconic in nature than I was imagining.
Yeah, look at that thing.
Kind of gross.
It is. It's nasty.
So this thing's got a head, a torso.
I don't like that it's got his butt pointed at us.
That's a nice cock, bro.
Nice cock.
Here's what I'm thinking for fighting this thing or things like it.
That's the episode title right there.
Oh man.
No, bad,
mind.
Derek, bad.
I can't. Nope. Oh, beautiful. I was about to say, I was trying to get technical and mechanical, but this thing has a tail and a wing.
Yeah.
So the locations are head, torso, right limb, left limb, tail or wing. I guess if we roll tail or wing, it's just, there's no specific critical for it.
Yeah.
Maybe if we get like cut off an arm or something,
We could do something like that.
figure
Yeah.
it out. But
Fair point. Okay. So, are you going to use your movement at all, Everwin?
Yes, I'm gonna go as far as I can.
I'm going to get off the cart.
Yeah.
Move towards the side of the road.
Yeah.
Quick question.
Yes.
Did we stop? Is this our cart?
Yes.
Have we stopped or are we in movement?
I think you're moving.
yeah,
Still.
but I imagine the driver would stop it. Like,
He'd probably keep going because there's a giant fucking cockatrice.
we gotta fight
Gotta
it.
run away from that cock.
Excuse me, there's not
smack.
a female, so it's not doing that. There's not a Cockatrice.
I mean, who says that this thing is only going to, we support intrepid speed. Never mind.
Oh man, that joke hurt me, in a good way. So you're hopping off the cart to better position yourself. Okay, so that's your turn, and Nug, it is now your turn.
He'll lean over to the driver. You hopped off the cart?
Yeah.
He'll lean over to the driver. Oh, you're start this thing and get in the back. It's a giant chicken. It's a
What
giant
about the horses,
chicken
sir?
rooster type. Well, would you rather die?
No.
We does our best to protect the horses, but first we've got to protect ourselves. And if we keep going, we'll leave everyone.
So what are you going to do on your turn?
Shoot it.
Okay, go ahead and roll crossbows, I believe.
All right. So Nug, who already had a loaded crossbow, is going to take a pot shot at this giant chicken, rooster. And submit
Submit.
rolled-
Submit.
an 18.
All right, so it's going to have to dodge that.
Nug does not have the best crossbows, so
I rolled an 18. So unfortunately, you shoot closely, but you do not hit it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then Nug will use, what is it?
And may I remind you, you all have bottle caps and luck.
I know. I'm saving it for something more important.
Okay.
Nice
So-
cock.
So first shot misses on the cock. What do you do?
Cock shot.
X means one action to reload.
This episode got a lot more sexual than I was anticipating.
Spend 3.
With a cockatrice?
Yep.
How did you not expect that? I want to spend 3 stamina to reload the crossbow.
Jacob, I'm
dumb?
a GM. I don't expect the very blatantly obvious things my players should do.
That was fair enough.
Okay, so you're spending your 3 stamina, make your second attack roll.
No, I'm spending 3 stamina to reload it.
Okay, but you still can move, I believe, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I will move in front of chicken.
You're going to get off the
Go,
cart.
The
as well.
horses. Remove in front of the
You're
horses.
going to get in the front of the cart.
Move in front of the chicken.
Yeah, I'm hopping off the cart and running in front of the horses, assuming the driver has stopped them at this point.
Well, they'll have to stop it on their turn. So,
Oh, then I'm already sitting next to the driver, so the nug will stay there.
Okay. All right. So it is actually the dwarves' turn right now.
Oh, you rode for the dwarves.
I did. I'm going to treat them as a collective. They're going to stop the
Are
cart.
Legion of the Short.
They stop the cart, and you're not wearing your seatbelt, so you get flung off into the road.
Stop that.
You're prone now. The cockatrice kills you.
No.
So they stop the cart, and one of them at least has a crossbow and is going to take a pot shot. All right, so he rolls and he gets Schmeventeen. The cockatrice rolls and dodges. All right, that's effectively the dwarves' turn.
But he got a Schmeventeen.
He did get a Schmeventeen. Eineth, it is now your turn.
I did some digging. Do I need to use an action to draw my bow? Because, like, not draw, but like, what's the word I'm looking for? Knock an arrow and all that?
I don't believe that is necessary. This is not Forbidden Lands.
Okay, just checking because, like, it's not as complicated as loading a crossbow.
Yeah.
But I'm going to take out my bow and shoot it.
Okay.
First in combat shot of Eineth's range weapon.
Spicy new bow.
And I'm only going to do one shot because I know my skills are a little on the low end. No, why is it doing my longbow? Submit.
You'll choose your weapon whenever you do it at some point as
and
well.
the range is close.
Yes.
Yes, so you don't take anything off.
Sorry, I've not used my bow before, so this is a lot of submit. Okay, 16.
Sweet. Oh, look, you can roll location
I rolled
on
a
the
7.
Thing. Look at that. You rolled a 16 total. Unfortunately, it is going to dodge that as well.
Well, crap on the cracker.
Wow, and dare I say, bark. Okay,
That was a really good roll for me, too.
Do you want to spend an extra action to attack again?
Do I have to take a minus to my original one to do that?
You'll roll again at a -3, and you'll spend 3 stamina.
I'm going to try it.
Okay.
Longbow, close, random, submit. I got 15.
15. Let me roll against that. And I rolled a critical success, unfortunately.
The chances of you eventually failing go higher the more we attack.
Yeah.
And that was 3 stamina I had to spend.
We kind of said the same thing, but in reverse about the frog, and it never happens.
This is a wily little cock. It is now the cock's turn. It is going to do a thing.
Oh, you should also know it says specifically in the book it is against the rules to turn players into stone.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Was that under the...
Fighting a Cockatrice chapter?
It's errated, which is why it's in my book and not in yours.
I have a newer version than you
It's hidden in my book and not in yours.
Is this the special players version of the book?
That's right, yeah.
Don't let Derek take it away from you. It is going to use its charge ability to attack one of you guys. 1 to 2, Viverwin. 3 to 4, Nug. 5 to 6, Eineth. 3. He's going to get his chicken nuggets today.
No!
So by
Cannibalism!
taking a full turn, the cockatrice can charge up to 10 meters and make a single claw slash attack with a base of Okay.
That's a base of the
So it's going to charge at you, Nug.
All right, I can either
What are you going to roll for defense?
do dodge, swords. I don't even have my sword out, so I can't do swordsmanship. That's actually a fair point. Dodging will probably be my best bet. Yep, dodging is my best bet. Nug! 22.
22?
Yes.
He rolled a 9.
You're very lucky.
God
I rolled a 21.
That's what happens when you take a -3 to your hit.
So what I'm going to say happens is the cockatrice is swooping down and it goes with its claws out at Nug and it like scrapes the top of the wagon right by Nug, sending up splinters like up into your face. You barely dodge out of the way in time and it flies past you.
Wait,
You bounce like a chicky nugget.
Well, yeah, I mean, he could stop beside me.
No. I mean, he's going to be close to the cart for the purposes of the mechanics, but he's still flying.
Close enough for me to sword hit him?
It's close, but I'm not sure if it's going to be melee range. So let's roll a luck die to see if you
That's fair.
see if it's in arm's reach of you. I rolled high on a d6. It is within melee distance of you.
Of Nug and Nug alone?
If it's within this of the cart, it'll be for both of you, but it is not for you, Viverwin, because you bailed out of the cart, so you're a little tiny bit of ways of it, but it's still within your range for sure.
Nice.
Okay, so that's the end of round 1. Top of round 2. Speaking of Viverwin, everyone turn.
It's
The
time.
one, the only.
Liverwin. I am going to hit it again.
Beep. Pow, pew, pew. Fire, fire, fire.
Fireball, fireball, fireball.
You are one lightning spell away from being that LARP guy in the famous YouTube video.
Leave me alone.
Oh, so 19 on the spellcasting roll. Let me roll to defend.
Do you shout the name of the spell like an anime character?
No.
Okay, so I rolled pretty high, and I am going to dodge the first spell. You going to do it again? Extraction?
Yes.
Ooh. Go ahead and roll.
Oh.
Yeah, I rolled rocks again. I'm sorry. 2 firebolts fly through the air.
Let me kill your chicken.
No, it's not time to roast
Give
it
me
yet.
some of that Kentucky fried
I
goodness.
thought you were going to say, give me some of that cock.
Whoa.
Kite wind fried chicken. I'm just going to change the subject.
All right, so that's your turn. Unless you're going to reposition.
My friend Colonel Waverwin with our 11 herbs and spices.
Durgamir runs up. I heard you guys had chicken problems.
I heard that y'all had chicken problem.
Okay, so Nug.
Get thee into
Now,
my
does
fryer.
Nug have to climb on top of the wagon to hit it, or is it like within arm's reach of where he is
I
on
imagine
the front?
this is like a covered wagon. But you should have access. Maybe it ripped off some of the tarp whenever it's barely missed you.
All right.
We rolled the luck roll, so you're good to hit it.
He will drop his crossbow, draw his sword, and swing.
Okay, make me a roll.
I am going to do fast strikes with Nug's cord. So fast strikes. Extra action. Yes. Submit. Cord. Submit. Submit. That is a 17 for the first attack and a 16 for the second attack.
I rolled to block the first attack, and I do. And I'm going to block the second attack as well.
They were not good rolls.
Okay, so that's your first action, fast strike. So you're going to spin your shmam.
No, my first action was to draw my swords.
Oh, you're right. So that's all you can do unless you want to hop off the cart.
Correct.
Okay, cool. Are you going to grab your crossbow?
No, but he is going to stay. He's going to stay where he is.
Oh, so you're not going to hop off the cart?
No, there's no reason to right now.
Okay, cool. So that's Nug's go. It is the dwarves' go.
It's his best chance to stay in melee, to stay on the cart.
The driver's going to pop up with an axe.
Yeah!
And take a schwing zoni. All right, and this guy is going to roll. He blocks the driver, unfortunately. Okay, so next in the order is going to be Eineth.
Okay, I've been researching this whole turn.
Oh.
According to the table on page 164, I would be at point blank range with my bow currently, correct?
That is correct.
So that should give me a modifier of +5, which might help me make this shot.
Yeah.
All right, that's what I'm going to do.
As a matter of fact, if you wanted to get real risky,
Take a strong strike and see if I get...
well, I was saying
Taking a shot of Horisky.
you could make a called shot.
No, I have a very low dex.
Okay.
My dex and all is not great. I'm taking this +5 to try to improve my chances.
Go for it.
I'll do way more damage with the bow. So I'm going to do a single strike. It is not an extra action. I'm using the bow. So many submits. Point blank range. Random target. Come on. Yes!
Ooh,
That's better.
21.
I got a 21.
I have to roll dodge for this one instead of block, which is not as good for me. But I rolled a 10. Oh, this is the opposite of the frog fight.
Oh!
No,
I'm
I rolled
excited.
A
10.
critical.
Oh, crap.
Oh no.
I dodge it, unfortunately.
Crap on the crackers!
Yeah, you had a good roll, but I
I
happened
was
to roll
so
a 10.
excited about my roll. I want to do an extra action.
This is the opposite of the frog fight.
I'm
so
so
far.
upset.
is.
I thought you said you rolled a 10
So far,
total.
we haven't been hurt yet, but
I'm going to use up stamina again.
Okay, do another shot.
Yep. Maybe I'll have a chance. The more I shoot, the better chance I've got. Besides, I'm close. And that +5 has got to be helping me. Submit, longbow, point blank, target random, no mods. Submitted. Okay, this is a 19.
All right, let me roll again.
Come on, I want to just hit once.
I rolled another 10.
I hate you so much,
God.
Derek.
I'm using the same die as last time, too.
You want to use one of mine, Derek?
I'm good.
No.
Derek's good over here.
We good here? Okay, so my turn is over and I fail.
It's the same as the dice that killed his own frog.
Yeah. It's the dice giveth and the dice taketh
I
away.
strategized. I
Yeah.
just failed.
I don't know what to tell you guys. This dice likes cock. Anyway,
I hate you.
that's
ate
the
you
end
all.
of round 2. It's top of round 3.
Don't bring Owen into this. We're already struggling enough.
Viverwin, your turn.
I am going to attack this chicken.
Fire!
Fire at it.
Fry that chicken.
Viverwin.
Oh, fry that chicken.
28.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's a critical.
Oh, I shouldn't have talked about the cock.
They rolled a 10.
Well, at first it has to defend. I keep forgetting in this game
Yeah.
criticals is just a numeric value until you get
and
okay.
a 4.
high enough.
Well, I rolled a 21. So that's another simple critical.
Another simple critical.
Cool. Go ahead and roll your damage, and then we'll roll on the location stuff.
Also, he's been on fire this whole time.
Oh, you're right. Oh, you're right. Oh, fuck, you're right. God damn. Piss. I thought, okay. Fire. What is
13.
that again? Oh. Okay.
Don't forget
Okay.
to add your 3 bonus damage for it being a critical.
So,
And
he's been on fire, and his armor is going down.
yes.
This flaming cock needs to extinguish himself.
Well, it's not his turn yet.
I know. I'm just making a note of
Okay.
it. His armor is down to schmeh.
Let's do the
That's
critical.
been a turn. Now it's
Yeah.
2 turns.
Yeah, I know. I counted as 2 turns.
Let's do the critical a little bit different this time. Just roll 2d6 like we normally do.
Okay.
And then we'll determine if it's a foot or a wing or whatnot.
Cool.
3. So that will be a sprained leg. So at this point, we could roll for which leg. And if you want to, we could roll to see if it's a wing as well.
Okay, go ahead and roll a d4.
Come on, we really need to
Try
be a
as
wing.
wing.
1 is okay.
2.
So 2. So
Be a
right,
leg.
left. So left leg.
Okay.
So sprained leg, blow sprained your leg, making it difficult to walk and maneuver. You take a -2 to
You
speed.
are not on fire again, but you're still on fire.
You
Okay.
take a -2 to speed, dodge, and athletics.
Oh, we need that.
But that he's flying.
I understand.
though.
So if it's if he's
on
in
the
the, air,
ground, yeah.
yes.
Okay, so 13 points of damage.
And then you half the damage whenever you're done taking the armor away.
Bubba the armor. Bubba. It's gonna be a number. You do damage him again.
I'm going to attack again.
Okay.
Burn him.
15.
Okay. 15.
Yes.
I'm gonna try to dodge this one
Did
again.
you try to dodge once? Can you dodge more than once?
Yes.
Okay.
You
I have
can
to
dodge
spend-
infinite.
I have to spend stamina.
Yeah, I forgot about that. But yes.
Cool. So I rolled, and that's going to be a total of 23. So I'm going to beat that one, unfortunately.
All right.
All right.
Dang, we need to decrease this thing's dexterity.
We've heard its body, so maybe
Oh, I just realized it didn't go last turn. I need to take its action.
no.
It charged round 1.
Yeah,
We just finished
charged
round
nug.
2. We didn't do its turn. I am a dummy. It's going to take its turn.
Oh,
Is it going to extinguish itself?
It would have to hit the ground to do that.
yes. It
Please
would,
make it
wouldn't
hit the ground.
I mean, it's an animal.
It's a bird.
It is going to charge at Viverwin.
Oh,
All right.
How far
So-
back is Viverwin?
I imagine you're within 30 feet or 10 meters. So
Yeah.
It's going to make a charge action at you. What are you going to roll to defend?
So what are my options?
You can roll.
Dodge.
Yeah.
If you're holding your staff, you could block with your staff skill.
Don't hurt the staff.
And you could also do athletics to like move.
Reposition.
Yeah. So basically, in your case, dodge and athletics.
I got 0 in all of those.
Oh boy.
16.
16 total. Unfortunately, I rolled an 18.
Well, at least it's not a critical.
Well, yes.
That's fair.
Yes. Very true. Shit's about to get real. So you get hit with its charge ability. You fail to defend, you're going to take a spicy number of d6s in damage. I actually don't have enough here.
An amount of damage.
An amount of damage would be correct.
Because it's a strong strike.
Yes.
Have you been taking -3 to your charges?
Yeah, it's factored into my number.
Okay.
And the charge ability automatically hits your torso. It's going to be 7d6.
Oh, okay.
So let's roll.
Ones. We've seen it happen in Forbidden Lands.
That's going to be
Oh, man.
28.
Oh,
Okay, so 20.
2 ones.
How much armor do you have?
8.
3
8.
6s.
8 points of armor. Your armor on your torso is going to go down by 1, but you will only take 20 points of damage only. That is spicy. The worst thing about this is you are knocked back 6 meters.
Okay.
And I'm going to roll a luck roll here to see if you hit anything. So 1 and 2 on a d6 means you're going to hit like a stump or a rock.
Hold on. I would like to make an argument here.
Uh-huh.
We were traveling on a road.
Yes.
Viverwin hopped off of the cart. The cart continued forward. The cock was at the cart, charged Viverwin, which means Viverwin would be being knocked back into the middle of the road, not into a forest.
I
or
kind of
wooded
imagined
area.
it as the cart's in the middle and Viverwin got on the edge, and so it went from the cart to Viverwin, so it's heading towards the edge. Still,
That does make sense, Derek,
if you
unfortunately.
want to spend a bottle cap on my rolled this, basically if you hit something, you're going to...
I'm just glad I'm not getting knocked off a cliff.
No, you're not getting knocked off the cliff.
That'd be bad.
You do not hit anything on your way back.
Awesome.
Ooh.
If you want to make a physique check, you can try and avoid being knocked back. Sorry, I should have started with that, but it was at the end of the text block. Do you want to make a physique check?
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Fumbled by 2. So you get knocked back, and because you fumble, let's say you're prone. Probably would have been prone anyway. So you were prone on the ground, 6 meters off the side of the road, in the kind of underbrush now, and you took a serious hit. And because it's this claw, we got one last thing to do, and that's to roll for bleed.
Oh, bleed.
2/5 of a Viverwin.
Oh, boy.
So if I roll a 4 or
2/5 of a
higher on
whole
this
Viverwin.
d6, you're going to start bleeding. And I rolled a 3. You do not start bleeding, which is huge. Bleeding sucks in this game.
Yeah, almost
I
as
was-
bad as fire.
Yeah.
I was going to run up to you with my clotting powder if
Fire.
you started bleeding.
Fire.
Yeah, I already did that for this
Okay,
round.
Fire.
Well, that's that. Then your Viverwin, because you already took your turn, we can't have you do anything.
Yeah.
There's no take backsies because you also did damage. So we're just going to skip your turn to
Nug.
compensate. Nug, it's your turn. It is 10 meters away from you now.
But it is within hitting distance 10 meters away. Like it's near the ground because it just charged.
Yes.
Nug is going to charge the Cockatrice.
Okay.
Which means as a full round action, I can execute a charge against a target. Well, did we determine you could spend stamina to take an extra action after a full round?
Yes.
Okay, so he'll charge it. I suppose I technically don't need to, but I can move up to my run speed and then make a strong strike.
For point of order for those listening.
Run is like 3 times.
A full action basically means you use your action and your movement. So if you want to spend the stamina to do an extra action, you're still in bounds.
So he will charge it and he will take a strong attack.
Go ahead, make your roll.
Swordsmanship, strong strike, not an extra action. Submit.
And you're attacking from behind it, so do you get a bonus?
Oh, yes, that's so a 34.
Oh my
because
God.
I criticaled.
Oh my god. All right, well, I'm going to roll block on this one.
Please do.
All right, so you got 34.
Uh-huh.
I got 24. So that is going to be a
Tasty.
complex critical.
Come on, Nug. We need it bad.
So a complex critical.
Didn't know one could do that.
Kind DM, if you would roll 2d6, please.
Yep. That's going to be 9.
That will be Ruptured Spleen.
Oh.
A
Yes.
tear in your spleen begins bleeding profusely, making you woozy. Make a stun save every 5 rounds, and you are also bleeding.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and roll my stun.
All right.
Submit.
Submit.
You need to roll below 8. I rolled an 8. So you've stunned it. Before we get to damage, that's actually really important because one of the callouts in its flight text block ability, or its flight ability, is if it gets stunned, it stops flying. And remember, it took damage to its leg earlier.
Yeah.
So go ahead and do your damage now.
I'm looking up. Its strong strike is double damage.
Yeah. And it'll be to the torso because of the spleen.
So I'll basically just roll my damage twice.
Yes.
Cord and cord.
Oh.
Wow.
That
29
is,
and a 21.
Yeah, 29,
Nice.
21 for a 50.
50 damage.
And nope, plus 5, 55 damage because it was a complex critical.
Okay, so minus its armor.
And this is a torso shot, so half because it's a monster, but that's it.
4 plus. And does the silver stuff halves the
But he doesn't have silver.
even the critical damage, right?
It just says it gets through armor, so
Yeah.
yes, I would say so.
All right, so that's going to be minus this. And the bonus damage for a complex critical
It's
is
5.
5.
I've already added it in. It's 55, then
Okay.
subtract your armor.
So it's going to be 49 points of damage total.
Dang.
Even half?
halved.
Okay, then half that.
Which will be
48.
25.
24.
24, yeah.
Oh, you don't
24.
round up.
No.
Okay.
24.
As Nug ruptures its spleen, and it's also bleeding, so...
Yeah, and bleeding will mean, we were just talking about how bad bleeding is. That's going to be 2 points of damage each turn until it's stopped. Okay, wow, that is a spicy chicken nugget.
And then Nug's going to take 2 fast strikes.
Okay.
Yes, this is an extra action. Submit. Oh.
Okay. Beat the
so-
first one.
And there was only a fumble by 1, so no bad
No
effects.
major fumble.
The second attack is 21.
Also beat the second one.
Did you take away your -2 for your decreased dodge?
Still beat it with that.
Dang it.
Yeah. Because I'm on the ground now, you're right. Well, I was rolling block anyway, so I don't think it would have mattered.
What? Oh, you're rolling block.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's great. That's great, guys. Ineth. Oh, no, wait, it's the dwarves' turn.
I was going to say, don't they go before me?
Dwarves are going to go take another crossbow pot shot. That's that. It blocks or no, it dodges the crossbow thing, but not by much. Cool. And now it is going to be Ineth's turn.
All right, so Inef has very limited movement.
Yeah.
In this theater of the mind, could she move enough in one turn and still attack with her sword, or will she not be able to?
What is your movement speed?
My movement speed is speed 6.
Your speed is 6.
Mm-hmm.
It's 10 meters away, so I don't think you can get there.
Okay.
Do you have your sword drawn already?
No,
Okay.
I was using my bow, but I could use my movement to get closer and then still shoot with my bow to try and do some damage, potentially. Even though I've not done any yet.
Yeah.
Inef is going to try to get closer and then shoot with her bow. And I'm just going to do a single strike. This is hard. Extraction,
You
no.
got this.
Yeah, you got this.
I'm going
It's
to hit
on-
eventually.
It's on the ground now, and remember,
Longbow.
you get the bonus for being behind it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I'm not point blank though, because I'm at back to close. Right. I can't make it to it, so I'm back
No,
to close.
yeah, you're just close.
And I get a plus.
I'm real sorry, Kat. I just thought about something. Can your creature defend when it's stunned?
Oh, no. I don't think it can. Let's look at stunned real quick. Sorry to interrupt this. We interrupt this message.
We interrupt this attempt at hitting from Cat to
You are
bring you
stunned.
stun
Your
damage.
head reeling and vision swimming. You can't take any actions while stunned, and attacking anyone, and anyone attacking you has to only beat DC 10 to beat you.
So I do believe I hit with both of those attacks.
Hand off the chess piece.
That is
It's
not...
I haven't hit submit yet.
Typically, I would say that's fair, but this is massive damage that are missing out on because we forgot it was stunned.
well, the dwarves have already gone, and Ina's about to roll.
Jacob is salty.
Cunt.
Hey, Derek,
Listen.
you can't do that. You can't have too much salt.
Listen.
It happens to my things too, and I can't go back.
All right, let's
Happened
go.
with the frog.
Let's do it.
Do I get to beat a DC 10?
You've made your decision.
Yeah, DC 10.
Okay. So I got a +3 because I'm behind it. That's it.
Yes.
Okay.
You've made a dangerous
Oh!
day. Holy crap!
Jesus Christ.
Dude, what the?
How many
What
tens
is
did
this?
you roll?
That is.
What is this? I can't see it.
Oh
How do I see it?
my-
I want to see it.
So-
So
Over the
Kat
number.
rolled archery.
10, 10, 10, 2.
Oh my
Oh my goodness.
God.
How do I see it?
You hover over it.
Hover
Yeah,
over
but
the
I
number.
can't. My
Screen's too small.
screen is too small.
I don't know then.
Yeah, you rolled a 10,
is
which
3
exploded
tens.
to another 10, which exploded to another 10.
Eventually, it had to go. Mathematically speaking, it had to eventually.
That is
Yeah,
a
it's already happened.
deadly critical.
Yeah, that's a 44 on the stun thing. Oh my God. That's a deadly critical, yeah. Roll the
Ina
2d6.
swears under her breath and tries, like, this bow is going to work.
I swear, if I roll a head, I'm going to cry.
Come on. Come on.
Don't
Come
shoot
on.
the head off my cock. That's a 3.
What's
That
3?
is dismembered leg.
Oh!
The blow tears your leg from your body or damages it beyond repair.
I shoot off its leg.
Quarter your speed, dodge, and athletics.
Oh!
Begins bleeding.
Oh, it does. Okay. Roll your damage for your bow, please.
And don't forget to add 10
I'll
extra
take care
damage.
of that for the
Okay.
armor. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to cancel that. I'm excited, finally. After missing 3 times. Where's my bow? It's just my bow.
It's
Well, it's just my bow.
This.
Shoot off.
You can't, like, have you never seen it in the Lord of the Rings, Legolas shoot a limb off?
It's just I made this bow 2 weeks ago.
Oh, wait,
and
I rolled the iron
shot
sword.
off.
I'm dumb.
Roll the bow, please.
There.
Oh, that's not any better for me.
4 5s plus 4.
24 points of damage.
Nice.
So 34.
30. Well, armor applies in steps, so that's going to be.
The armor doesn't matter unless the attack is less than the armor.
Enough. Thank you, Relal.
That's going to be 18 points of damage plus 10 for the bonus damage is 28.
And its leg rips
And
off.
halved.
And then half that to 14 because of magic or a magic beast. So that's.
I still did damage.
How are you still alive?
So yeah, quarter your speed, dodge, and athletics.
Oh, great.
There you go, Nug.
All in all, like the least deadly of the deadly criticals for your particular creature.
Don't even care. I'm happy.
It's very good. It's very good damage.
I'm happy anyway. I've exploded a tin twice.
It's its turn, and I think it has to make another stun save.
Don't forget it is also bleeding and on fire.
Yeah. Also, I think that once it takes damage, it's not stunned anymore.
You're right.
You're right.
So it's no longer stunned. Yeah,
But
so
it's still pretty fucked.
you would have hit it again and unstunned it, Nug. So
Hey,
That would have affected
Listen,
everything.
it's probably worked out better
Hey.
for you in the long run anyway.
listen.
We ripped its leg off. I'm eating chicken leg tonight.
Okay, so it takes its armor down again, and it's bleeding, which means it loses another shmeh. Okay.
Though,
It's going to attack Nug.
hold on 1 second. Whenever you get hit by a critical, you also have to make a stun save.
Oh,
Oh, come on, we can ride this pony.
pony. Hey, I made the stun save.
All right. And isn't it Viverwind's turn?
No, it's its turn. It goes after Ineth.
Oh, it went after. Okay.
You
my
said it
bad.
was going after Nug.
No, it goes after Ineth.
Okay.
The dwarves go after Nug.
Wait, what?
Oh,
you mean? Oh, I'm sorry. That's,
I thought you said.
it's attacking Nug.
yes.
Okay.
English,
I
is
was like after.
English is a terrible language.
I was about to be like, what did I do to make the
Prepositions
dwarves mad?
everywhere.
What do I want to do to you, my little?
I was gonna say I'm far
choice
away.
I mean, you probably just want to run away. You're on fire. You're bleeding.
He doesn't have a leg to run with.
He can fly. Oh, he can't fly
fly.
anymore either. After being
No.
stunned, he doesn't fly.
Yeah.
Did he fall at all?
No, he was
was
close
on-
to the ground,
All right.
unfortunately.
Hobbles away.
I'll come back here.
I'll get you and your little crew too.
Okay, so it's gonna do it's gonna bite.
Of course it is.
It's gonna bite. Yep, we're going to Bite Town. Taking a bite out of the chicken nugget.
With his chicken beak.
What are you gonna roll to defend against?
I'm trying to.
You have a shield.
Yeah, but it's my shield is at 3 points less. So here's what I'm gonna do. Nug is going to spend 3 points and block with his shield. 3 points of luck.
Okay, roll to block.
Melee block.
Come on, Nug. Come on, Nug.
Oh,
Oh,
You
that
fumbled.
is a fumble.
fumbled by
By
7,
Crap.
which is going to have an effect. So my total is 8.
Do you want to handle the fundable first?
Well, yeah, we probably
Defundable?
should.
Fundable.
Uh-oh, this is going to get nasty. You
This
guys.
episode of the Third
If this
Callan
were a
podcast.
YouTube, it would already be defunded. It's not fundable.
Brought to you by Fundable. I don't even know what that is. Don't look it up.
Sounds like something. Though.
This would be armed defense. Your weapon, or rather my shield, is knocked from my hands and flies 1d6 meters away in a random direction.
All right, so it's going to fly 5 meters away back towards the cart.
Okay.
This thing just bites down on you and just flings your shield. I rolled a 20. You got a total of 8, right? Uh-huh. So that beats you by
Complex.
10. Complex critical.
Oh, no.
Wow. I've never critical. Well, no, I have critical to PC. I take that back.
Yeah, you hit one of the first hits of this
first
game.
episode.
Yeah,
you tried
roll-
to tear my leg off.
roll your 2d6.
Let's go for another foot injury. Oh, 3.
Fractured leg.
We got
Oh my
an issue
God.
with feet here on the Third Gallon podcast.
The blow
Third,
fractures your leg. You take a -3 to speed, dodge, and athletics.
Okay, so let's go ahead and roll the damage here. So it bites down on you, flinging your shield away and breaking your leg. That is going to be 17 points of damage that I rolled.
Uh-huh.
So what is that against your armor?
My armor for my... This was which leg? Oh, which leg?
Let's say left.
All right. This is left leg. My armor on my left leg is 16.
Okay, so only 1 point of damage will get through.
Yep, plus
Okay.
5.
Plus 5 will be 6.
Divided by half.
Divided by half, you lucky son of a bitch, is gonna be
3 damage.
3 damage.
Ouchie.
But the worst part is Nug now has like a
Oh,
fractured leg.
no. The worst part is now we have to see if you're poisoned.
I do an endurance check.
Because of its beak?
No, I have to roll to see if you're poisoned. 50% chance.
Oh.
Is it because it's
You
gross?
are not poisoned.
Oh.
Yeah, because its bite has a poison effect. That is its turn.
All in all, could have been a lot worse.
It has taken the fire damage and the bleed this turn. Just so you know. Viverwin, it is your turn. You are knocked back. I think we rolled 6 meters, it said.
I don't need to stand to shoot fire out of my hands.
Yeah.
I didn't hear no bell. Go ahead and roll your spell casting.
All right.
And you're behind it, so you get the bonus.
So that's what? Plus what?
Plus how much, Jacob, for being behind it? 1?
Plus 3.
Plus 3.
That. Oh, I typed in plus 3. So that's 16, 17, 19.
19 total.
Yeah. And I'm going to do a second one.
19 total. I rolled to defend, and I only got a 17. So you're going to hit on the first one.
Oh, I hear it. No chickens had teeth.
And I rolled a 1 on the second one.
For dodge?
3,
Yeah.
1, 2.
Oh, let's see how you fumble.
Fumbled by 5. So you're going to hit then again.
For unarmed defense. 5?
Yeah.
No major fumble.
Okay, so roll your 2 attacks damage.
There's that. 19.
19 minus its armor is now at 5, so that's going to be...
Would it have been on
4.
fire first? To damage the armor?
Yeah, that's with its armor damaged.
Okay.
It's going to be 14. Oh, we need to roll location real quick.
Roll a d10 if it's not a critical.
4.
That will be torso.
Torso, and the second one is a 6.
Right limb.
Cool. So that's going to be.
Oh, so that's a wing.
Depends.
It depends. It
No,
has-
because wing has its own thing. 10 is wing.
Okay.
Can you
Criticals
hit-
are a bit different.
Can you even hit the leg that doesn't exist anymore?
Oh, that's a good point. So
I guess
14
Re-roll that one?
points of damage. That
Still
gets
has another
through.
leg.
You're on fire.
Oh, great.
And you're bleeding.
This bird is on fire. Couldn't resist.
I would roll your second damage.
And Nug has to make a stun save, I just realized.
14, so that's going to be halved because it's a limb after it gets through armor. So 9 halved is 4. This thing is in a bad way.
Did it take the bleed damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
And if I remember.
Yeah, it takes it on its turn. That's when I'm applying it before it acts.
All right, nice.
Nug, it's your turn. Oh, you made your stun save, so you were not stunned.
Yes, I have a 1 in 10 chance of failing my stun save.
Okay.
Nug is feeling a bit spicy. He is also a little angry
And
He
very
hurt.
hurt.
and very hurt. Not very. His leg is fractured, but he didn't take all that much damage. So he's
He hobbling.
Fire.
It's one of those fractures where it's a blunt force thing, but no like major bleeding or internal bleeding or anything like that.
Fire.
Oh, so like what happened with my toe?
Well,
Right.
I mean, a fracture is just a crack. It's not like a break all the way through.
Fire. I ain't a big fan of you big chicken. And he is going to use one of his man-at-arm abilities.
Can you use
calling-
Y hand?
Are you
I'm-
calling him a big cock? That's not an insult.
You're a right penis. I wonder if it should be included in your name
looks-
somehow.
Could come through a podcast auditory.
What does armor piercing do? I'm trying to find out. Do you have it on your little DM
It
screen?
pierces armor.
I got it. Weapon effects.
Uh-huh.
Armor piercing. The weapon negates the damage resistance of any armor. Improved armor piercing also half the SP value of the armor they hit.
So basically the armor does nothing. Oh wait, damage resistance. That's not SP.
Yeah.
So honestly, there's no reason for me to use Zweihander.
Yeah, so
Okay. Never mind, then I won't use that because he doesn't have damage. Would it cut through the monster resistances?
Oh, that's a good question. I'm going to say until I know better, sure.
Oh, okay. Nug's going to use Zweihander. Also, I should note that in the episode that just released, I said Zweihander a whole lot. I am fairly confident that's not how it's pronounced.
Well, it probably is actually because
Really?
Zwei is 2 in German.
Well, Zweihander it is.
Yeah.
Two-handed.
All I know is I heard myself say, I was like, that can't be right. And I started cringing. So I will use Zweihand and swing at this thing. It's going to cost me 10 stamina points. I'm going to take a -3.
But you're using your body instead of your reflex, right?
Yes. So I'm going to have to roll the skill. Oh, but then again, I don't have a very high... I cannot do that in good conscience, unfortunately.
Oh,
I would be very
no.
less likely to hit. I have
Okay.
to pump that up more.
You're going to do a strong strike?
I'm just going to do a strong strike.
Okay.
Kill this cock.
Angry Nug.
Stab the penis.
Stab it.
Christ.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Wait, you rolled.
a fumble.
It's a fumble by
no.
2, so no fumble effect, but I got an 11.
I block you. You're fine.
I will... Just Duck's having a rough time of it. Oh,
His leg hurted.
It's my leg. He's going to take fast strikes.
Okay, on your extra action.
Yep.
Spend your stand.
So 41 total stamina. Come on, Nug. You got this, my dude. Fast strikes. Extra action. Submit. Oh my goodness!
He fumbled on both.
And they're both fumbled by 4, which means I no
No
fumble
major fumble.
effect, but they're 9 on the die.
Yeah.
Would you like to
Nug.
roll your defense, sir?
Yeah, I beat both of them.
Nug is just straight up. He's got the yips. He's been injured.
The dwarves have piled out of the
No.
wagon now and are taking some more shots.
Hold on. Nug is going to move away.
What is your speed, though, with your
It's
broken
-3.
leg? Okay,
So he's going
so
to move 7 meters away.
hobble. You're probably back where the dwarves have piled out of the cart, too.
Yeah.
They take a shot, and they are Gonna hit.
Hey!
If these cuckolds kill Steel,
I'm gonna be mad.
Listen,
we're just gonna kill them too.
We'll all get the experience. It's fine.
It's all right.
Shared experience.
It's all right. We'll just have to kill them too.
I know, right? More experience.
They
This
hit.
can be made into a growing, a growing experience.
Gonna be the
They
2
do
over 6.
a whopping
company.
1 point of damage after everything.
Is it enough to kill it?
2 over 6. It's
Because we're both 6 feet.
so dumb. I love it.
You're not over 6, so it's 2 over 6 and 1 short guy.
This is a 6x4.
I take it.
I like it, the 6x4.
This is 6x4. Okay, that's their turn. Ineth, it's your turn. You wanna take
Ineth.
another? You gonna shoot off another leg?
Ideally.
I did the math. I have a better shot of hitting with my sword, but I do better damage with the bow.
Okay.
The question is, can I move up to it and draw my sword at the same time and strike, or can I do that?
You would move, draw your sword as an action, and then as an extra action, attack with your sword.
So you'll be attacking at a -3. So you have to compare. Do you want to attack at a -3 with your sword?
It's
or-
still a better chance than the bow.
Okay, then do that then.
The bow is only for when I can't hit.
Okay.
So I will do that. Take a swordmanship. I'm gonna do fast strikes. It is an extra action. Submit.
Submit.
I got a 12 and a 19.
Okay, so I dodged, or excuse
I mean,
me.
I figure you're not gonna get him.
I think I blocked the first one. Yeah, and then I also blocked the second one. That's
Figures.
a 7 on the die.
That's okay. I had one glorious
Did
moment.
any of them do it by 1? Because don't forget you take a -1 because Nug already attacked it
Oh
this
no,
round.
no.
Okay.
They're both
Oh, well.
above 6. So unfortunately, that's not going to do it. It's the cock's turn.
No, not the cock.
These were really terrible rolls, though. So.
And it's going to attack Ineth now, who's in its face.
Goodness.
Come get me.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Let's get ready to rumble.
I would claw slash, but I can't, so we're going to do another bite.
Oh, its turn. Did it take fire damage
And bleed
Oh.
damage.
and bleed
Oh.
damage?
My bad. It did not. Let's reduce its armor a little bit more.
Stun save?
Does it have to make another stun save?
No, it doesn't.
No.
You stop that. You stop that, you sausage.
Welcome to the third gallon, where we like to gaslight our DM.
That's right.
I have so
Not a
many
very
things
healthy
going on.
relationship.
That's hey, come here, audience. That's the real secret to being a good player. Gaslight your DM.
When your DM's in like max stress mode with 50 tabs open. No, don't remember you got to make your stun save. Oh, you're right.
Remember, it's got poison damage because it bit Ineth.
Ineth is poison, don't ya know?
Speaking of biting Ineth,
That's what Ineth would be poisoned. Not venomous.
I will dodge.
Poisonous,
go ahead and
not
make your
venomous.
dodge roll because I have rolled and I will announce.
The penis is venomous.
This is one nasty pain.
This is bad. I don't like this joke anymore.
There's too
Where is
many.
dodge?
It is under reflex.
Thank you. I'm so slow.
Too many penis jokes this episode.
And if you're
I rolled a 10 and a 7. 28 to dodge.
Hey.
I straight up matrix this cockatrice.
Oh, yeah, because it rolled a 21 to hit, so you are...
Almost
That's
said
a
something
reverse
else. I gotta be
critical.
careful.
You almost matrixed this cock.
Stop. Viverwin, it's your turn. Can you finish it off?
Come on, Viv.
Wait, does the
So it's a
cockatrice go
+3, right?
last?
Because it's facing
Yeah.
the opposite direction.
Yeah. It still has more enemies that way, unfortunately.
Okay, cool. Oh God.
Oh no!
Oh, that's
Only
a
a fumble.
fumble.
Only a fumble
Only by one.
But it is magic.
This is only my second magic fumble, though.
Magic fumble outcome 1 through 6. Magic sparks and crackles, and you take 1 point of damage for every point you fumbled by, but the spell still goes off.
One.
Okay.
So 1 damage.
So that's... I still have to beat a 16.
1, 2.
Oh,
Is it a 1?
Fart nuggets.
I rolled a 2. You hit it.
Come on, Viverwin. Kill it.
Inhale.
Viverwin.
Inhale, cock.
No, bad.
I'm going to rock your cock.
16 points of damage.
Okay, that was funny.
Armor's now at 4, so that's going to be
Armor's now at
12.
I think this is the lowest we've gotten something else's armor.
To steal a line from another show, how do you want to do this?
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Kentucky Fried Penis.
Oh,
I hate you.
So this thing bit Ineth. Its head is facing away from me.
Yeah.
I am on the ground.
Up the butt.
What? No.
No, it's so bad.
I see that there is a gaping wound in its leg. I jab my staff up into that and roast it from the inside out.
That's glorious.
But its bodily ingredients still fall out.
Yeah, of course. It wouldn't be an RPG if that didn't happen. You barbecue my sweet little giant penis bird.
This is not sweet.
And it is now dead. And we'll pick up from there when we come back next episode.
Nugs hurt.
Congratulations, you solved my penis puzzle.
I hate it.
Rocked your cock.
You rocked my cock, I guess.
Gee.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Third Gallon Podcast. If you enjoyed it, please consider subscribing, rating, and reviewing us. If you want to see more from us, check out our website, thirdgallon.com, or follow us on Twitter. We are at Third Gallon, that's THIRD Gallon. You can also tweet at us using the hashtag Third Gallon, and we are on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook with the same handle, at Third Gallon. We also publish a video version of this podcast on YouTube, which you can find on our channel, The Third Gallon. Our ambience for this episode was composed by Michael Ghelfi, and you can find more of his work at youtube.com/Michael Ghelfi Music, and you can support his awesome work at patreon.com/Michael Ghelfi. Our theme music for this season was composed by Alexander Nakarada. You can find more of his work at serpentsoundstudios.com and support him at patreon.com/A Nakarada. That's patreon.com/ANAKARADA. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you next time.